The AfD party in Germany. A lot of talk about them lately. There's going to be elections in Germany. They're trying to do the same thing in Germany as they did in Romania. They didn't like the results, so they used lawfare to try to shut it down. So there's going to be another election in Romania. They're trying to do the same thing in Germany, the far right. If you didn't know anything about the AfD, you'd think they were a bunch of raving Nazi lunatics by what you read. It's the Financial Times. The co-leader of Germany's far-right AfD calls for mass deportations. Yeah, well, like Angela Merkel did, like import 10 million of them into the country or whatever. Remigration. The word was coined by right-wing Austrian ideologue Martin Sandner, who defined remigration as forcibly removing immigrants who break the law or refuse to integrate. Yeah, well, I mean, these guys, you don't hear about all the fucking cars that are being broken into and the houses that are being broken into. Of course people are going to be pissed off. Let's have a look at the AfD website. Alternative for Deutschland. Oh, in English, please. English. I don't speak German. Go away. So, what are your principles? Finally, protect the borders. The borders must be secured without gaps. Fair enough. Anyone entering this country illegally or without papers must be turned away. Fair enough. Our clear message to the world: from now on, we will decide who comes to us and who doesn't. The way it should be. No more cash benefits for asylum seekers. Fair enough. Asylum is a temporary stay and ends when the reason for fleeing no longer applies. Proper order. Fair enough. Work must be worthwhile again, not citizens' income. Yeah, okay. Make people work for their money. Lower taxes for citizens and companies. Yeah, I like that idea. I like lower tax. No more senseless bureaucracy. Yeah, please, God. Senseless EU rules and bans must come to an end. Yeah, big time. The bureaucratic monster. Exactly. Defend freedom of speech. These are my kind of party. These are the kind of people who I would vote for. And these are like the far right Nazi party. You would think basically that they are a bunch of Nazis by what you read about them, other than what they're saying themselves. What is far right? I know, I mean, it's such a malleable thing. It's like stuff that was far right, stuff that wasn't far right, like freedom of speech 5 years ago, even less maybe. That was like a cornerstone left-wing issue. Freedom of speech really now suddenly flipped over and it's right-wing. Oh, you're far right if you want freedom of speech. War is bad. That was always like hippies, left-wing. Centralized power, that's another thing. Like, oh no, we need more centralized power. Decentralization of power used to be a big left-wing thing. You could have like Hitler riding in on a bicycle with the Greenpeace flag and it'd still convince people that it's like far right. He wasn't far right at all. It was at the National Socialist Party, where he like nationalized everything. He wanted to nationalize industries, everything, media. So he certainly was not, he was a communist. Hitler was a communist.